There is a rule among lighthouse keepers. An old rule, never written down, passed from keeper to keeper like a whispered warning. If you ever find something washed up on the rocks below the lighthouse, leave it there. Do not touch it. Do not bring it inside. Walk away. My name is Marcus Cole. I was the keeper of Blackwater Lighthouse for 3 years. I found something on those rocks. I did not walk away. I wish more than anything in this world that I had. Blackwater Lighthouse sat on a narrow finger of rock, 7 miles off the coast of Maine, accessible only by supply boat, once every 2 weeks. No phone signal, no internet, just the ocean, the wind, the light, and the silence. I loved it at first. The solitude felt like freedom. Just me, the keeper's log, and the endless gray Atlantic. The previous keeper, an old man named Gerald Foss, had left without warning. No note, no goodbye. The supply boat arrived one morning and he was simply gone. His clothes still in the wardrobe. His coffee still on the stove. Still warm. The lighthouse authority called it a breakdown. Said the isolation had gotten to him. Said it happened sometimes. I did not think much of it then. I do now. It was my 4th week at Blackwater when I found it. A storm had passed through the night before, the kind that turns the ocean white and makes the whole lighthouse shudder. When morning came, I walked the rocks below. That is when I saw it, half buried between 2 rocks. A bell, small enough to hold in one hand, ivory white, almost luminous, carved with markings I did not recognize. Old, very old. It was beautiful. I picked it up. The moment my fingers wrapped around it, the ocean went completely still. No waves, no wind, total silence. For exactly 3 seconds. Then everything returned to normal. I told myself it was just a coincidence. I carried the bell inside, set it on the desk in the keeper's room. That night I heard it ring. Once, soft and clear. I was alone. I had not touched it. The first night, just the ringing. 1 note, then silence. The second night, I woke at 3 a.m. The bell was on my pillow. I had left it on the desk. The third night, I saw something in the water, far out beyond the reach of the lighthouse beam. A shape, long dark, moving slowly toward the rocks, then gone. By the 4th night, I stopped sleeping. I tried to throw the bell into the ocean. I walked to the edge of the rocks, pulled my arm back, and I could not let go. My fingers would not open, no matter how hard I tried. I stood there for 20 minutes, arm raised, hand locked around that bell, until finally I gave up. I carried it back inside. I set it back on the desk. It rang once as I set it down, almost like a thank you. On the 14th day, the supply boat came. The captain, a weathered man named Dennis, took one look at me and went pale. "You found something," he said. It was not a question. I showed him the bell. He stepped back, physically stepped back, his hands up, like I was holding a weapon. "Where did you find that?" "On the rocks," I said. "After the storm." He was quiet for a long time. Then he said, "The ivory bell. We thought it was gone. Lost at sea 20 years ago, when the fishing vessel Marisol went down. 11 men on board. No survivors." "What is it?" I asked. Dennis looked at me, really looked at me and said, "Every keeper who has found that bell has disappeared. Gerald Foss. Before him, a man named Aldrich Shaw. Before him, 3 others going back 100 years. All gone. All vanished. All within 3 weeks of finding it." I felt cold. "It has been 14 days, I said. Dennis nodded slowly. "I know," he said. "That is why I came early." He held out his hand. "Give it to me, Marcus. Give it to me right now. Get on this boat. And do not look back." I looked down at the bell in my hand, and for the first time in 14 days, my fingers opened. I handed it to Dennis, grabbed my bag, got on the boat. I did not look back. We were 2 miles from Blackwater when I heard it. Faint, carried on the wind across the water. The bell, ringing, once. Dennis heard it too. He said nothing. He just pushed the engine harder. That was 8 months ago. I thought it was over. I thought I was free. Last week, I received a package in the mail. No return address. Postmarked from a town that does not exist on any map. I opened it. Inside, wrapped in old brown paper, was the Ivory bell, and underneath it a note. 3 words, in handwriting I recognized. My own. Said, "You never left. I have not slept since." And last night, for the first time in 8 months, I heard it ring, once, from inside my bedroom. This has been Gray Archive Tales. If this story made you afraid to check your mailbox, good. That means you are paying attention. Subscribe and stay in the shadows. We will be here, waiting.